Welcome to Marshal Matters, your podcast for all things motorsports from the trackside. With Sean and Taylor, your friendly local marshals. So Taylor, how you doing this week?
Good. I'm getting absolutely obliterated by allergies, but otherwise fine. How are you? How are you doing this week?
I'm doing great. I've lost some weight in my head apparently.
Do you feel the wind more?
Oh my god, I so feel the wind. It's terrible. Besides that, I don't have allergies, so I'm doing great. We have a track to go to work this weekend for our first time this summer.
Yeah.
So you're gonna die.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It might be good. Maybe the fresh air, like getting out of the city, might help. Like sometimes that opens up the sinuses, but you know what? This isn't an ad, but people, if you have allergies, no spray. I'm covering the brand. No spray. Lifesaver.
Okay, that's fair. I think
Although
people with
apparently
allergies know how to deal with allergies, is all I'm saying.
you know, apparently you can get addicted to the nose sprays. Did you know that?
I don't want to know how you found that out, to be honest.
It's widely known. Also, my dad told me because he definitely got addicted to the nose sprays at one point.
Terrible story. I don't know if I should include this or not, but whatever. There was a guy on my hockey team. He was on my hockey team. He's not there anymore. He's like 50, and he used to talk about how back in the day he used to like huff glue out of plastic bags.
Out of plastic bags?
Yeah, he's telling all of us. We're just like looking at him like, what is wrong with you? So anyway,
I mean, okay, but like, what
my
age
point being
are we huffing glue?
Again, how old was your dad when he was addicted to these nasal sprays? Is all I'm saying. That generation may have been.
He's like 55.
I think he was the same age as that guy. Is all I'm saying. Like that generation liked huffing stuff. Is all I'm saying. So.
I don't know.
Speaking of huffing stuff, we have a great episode this week where we have to talk about some IndyCar decisions. We also have some NASCAR to talk about at Watkins Glen and just some kind of other stuff from around the world of motorsports. But first off, I think we do have to go to IndyCar and talk about IndyCar race at Indianapolis road course and just what the hell happened there. So,
oh boy.
Where do we start? Do you want to start before the weekend with like everything that led up to?
Oh, you mean all the like weird, like all of the weird press conferences where they're all like fighting with each other?
Yeah. Okay. So first off, in the week, this is after we finished our episode last week, the next day, of course, IndyCar says, hey, we're changing the push to pass.
Yes.
It's now available all the time for drivers and just not on the start of the race.
Yeah.
Which to me is lazy officiating.
Yes, I agree.
And I think an admission that their system doesn't work. So IndyCar said, okay, we're going to change the rules for push to pass after our system failed in Long Beach. We're going to make it so that teams or drivers can use it whenever. There's no limits. Just you cannot use it on the start of a race. Taking all onus out of them, but just saying, have at it. Will it make a difference? Yeah. Probably not.
Probably not.
So.
Probably not.
Exactly. So what we saw out of that was great press conferences where the drivers were debating the rule.
Yes, which was like so interesting because usually drivers don't necessarily like have that big of an opinion on like the rule changes, but this one was like, wow, there was a lot of debating going on. I saw the clip between Palou and I can't remember who else it was, like who Palou, it was on the panel.
Kirkwood, I think Award.
Yes, Kirkwood.
And they were all saying different things. Like Palou was basically saying, well, I just always hit the button. So that's how I race. I'm just always on that push pass button, even if it works. If it works, fantastic. Thank you, IndyCar.
If it doesn't,
well, nothing. I think Kirkwood said, I knew it was on. I didn't touch it. Or no, I knew it was on. I did hit it. And Award said, I knew it was on. I didn't touch it. Palou is saying, I didn't know it was on and I hit it.
Yeah.
So I think one of those three is lying.
Yes. One of those three is lying.
And one of those three that's lying is either O'Ward or Palou. I don't know which one. I'll give it maybe a 70-30 kind of chance here that one of them is lying. But to be fair, if your system is broken, fixing it in this way is good. Having the drivers bicker over whose fault it is, because that was kind of the whole thing there, is that Palou was saying, well, if IndyCar screws up, it's not my fault.
Right.
Which is 100% how he was doing it in the past, obviously. If you're always on that button, you know this system might not always work, I feel like.
I feel like if you're always, yes, I would agree. Like, I think that you're trying to exploit the system knowing that sometimes it malfunctions and it doesn't work perfectly. Like, absolutely. Because I feel like Palou probably had moments where he's like, I probably shouldn't have had push to pass here, and it worked.
Well, that was the argument, is that Palou said, oh, I didn't know. It just was working, so I'm just on the button. But the other guys were saying, you know the rule. The rule is you're not supposed to have it.
Yes.
So again, that's why it was so fascinating to see, I guess, the different
mentalities that's an
of the
interesting...
guys.
It actually is so interesting.
That's kind of what they were saying, is that Palou, you kind of knowingly cheated there. Kirkwood, so Palou said he cheated by accident. Kirkwood said, I cheated on purpose because it was activated, so I might as well use it. Pato said, I didn't touch it because I'm a perfect angel and I want good karma to finally win the 500. Probably.
Not coming second.
So... yeah, it's just really fascinating, that whole push to pass and the fighting.
I feel like...
and, like, the subtle jabs. Because, like, they weren't really arguing. They're kind of, there's a crowd here. We can't yell at each other too much. But
yeah, but they're definitely, like, though, that, like, if it wasn't at a press conference, they probably would have gotten way more heated. Because I feel like when you're, like, if you're Palou and you're just, like, willingly admitting, like, yeah, like, I cheat, because in the essence, it's cheating. Even regardless of whether or not IndyCar messes up, that's cheating because you're taking advantage.
To be fair,
and you're having an advantage that others don't.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying in motorsports. That's always been the case.
Okay, that's true. Fair enough. However,
and that's why they can't punish half the grid for cheating.
Correct. They can't.
And also,
they
no
can
one
just
gains
punish
an
Penske
advantage
for cheating.
Penske was different. Penske had basically code that overrode the push to pass system, allowing them to use it on restarts.
Yeah. Sus.
Yeah. So that was fun, I will say. I feel like we could have given a flag for that, but I don't think that's enough. It was a good, entertaining press conference moment. And then after qualifying, Pato and Palou were still going at it.
There were actually, like, a number of beefs this weekend, it seems.
Yes, there were.
Like, there was beef between Newgarden and Louis Foster after the race.
Yep.
The beef between, like, Palou and it seems like everybody else.
I was really hoping there was going to be Schumacher-Ferrucci beef.
I wish there was. Anybody who beefs with Ferrucci is my favorite person.
But they were golfing yesterday together, so I guess they figured that one out. Mick, I wonder,
aim higher.
But I wonder if that was Mick also apologizing for punting Ferrucci at the end of the race and saying, "Hey, let's go golf."
Maybe.
Mick is the most conflict-averse driver I think there is.
Yes, I would agree. And I think but it's, like, also sportsmanship, right? And I feel like he probably, like, the thing that's interesting, though, is that his father was not like that. He would never have done that, because
that's the difference. That's the biggest difference between Mick and Michael. It's the mentality like that. Mick is
because
such a
Michael
nice
would
guy.
have been like, I know, but you have to be a little bit like your father, Mick.
You have to be like Palou and say, I cheated, fuck off, it's their fault, not mine. That's the mentality of a champion.
Yes, you're never going to be a champion if you don't emulate, like, that part. Because Michael he did like that whole Damon Hill thing, right? Like
he wrecked guys for championships.
He wrecked guys for championships and didn't care. He didn't care. He's like, you know what? It happened. It was an incident. It is what it is. Like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah. So.
And he would often get mad at the other person.
Exactly.
He was at fault, which is like every driver ever, right? Like they never want to admit that it was actually their fault. But Mick, I commend you for being so nice, but you have to be more
100%.
of an asshole.
We'll see how he does at Indy this year. And if he
That's what IndyCar is. Elbows out, right?
He has to. He's got to learn it.
Yeah, he'll learn it.
So the next thing of the weekend, also after the push to pass stuff is figured out, after the yelling of everyone in press conferences, they also canceled qualifying because of rain.
Right. Yes.
Listen, I think just let him drive.
Let him drive. See what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Oh, and then here's a fun thing. I didn't even know about this. But they started this. They were talking about this on Off Track this week. When they started qualifying on Saturday morning, the timing and scoring wasn't working.
Really?
So the drivers went out not knowing
what
their times were for like, I think it was like 3 or 4 laps before everything, the system rebooted. I don't know, Windows needed an update or something. And then the times populated. Like they were saved somewhere, but no one could see the times. Yeah. So IndyCar had a fantastic weekend.
What a bad weekend. Right before the 500. When I say right before, I mean 2 weeks before the 500.
But here's my point, okay? If you're IndyCar, if this shit is breaking down in Arlington or Markham or street circuits that are thrown together temporarily,
it makes sense.
It makes sense. That shit happens.
Yeah.
This is your home track. This is your track. This is the series track. And you are having
the IndyCar track.
You are having issues with timing and scoring. And our very next topic, which is race control. Oh
boy.
So yeah, let's get into that genius thing, and that is IndyCar. This is our black flags of the week, right?
Yeah, these are our black flags of the week because my goodness, unbelievable display. I cannot believe that they did not throw a caution immediately when Rossi was like stranded on that part of the track.
See, I got the black cat for the black flag. Waving the black flag.
Yes, Tooth.
Yes.
He does not look amused.
No, he's not. Waving the black flag at IndyCar race control. But it wasn't even just the Rossi thing. It started before that with the debris.
Oh, yeah, true.
There was two massive pieces of debris on the track in the middle of passing and braking zones. Both got hit and cleared. That's a problem in itself, but you just didn't want to throw a caution.
Like, I know, and like this is the thing, and they do this, like, and you hear it, right? When you work an IndyCar event, you can hear it on the comms being like, like we see it, it's fine. And we're kind of all watching it like, I don't know if it's fine. That doesn't look fine to me. And then they'll just be like, yeah, we see it. We're just not worried about it. So like but when you see something and it like looks massive and you're like, why are you just like letting the debris on the track? Like someone can hit it, and quite often they do. And that can just damage the car and ruin someone's race. Like, what is the point?
Funny enough,
just throw the caution.
Rossi said he hit one of the debris.
Of course he did.
So he's not saying that was a cause issue, though. He's not saying that was the reason his hybrid failed. But he did hit the debris. So that's kind of funny that he cleared it and then caused it.
Let's all remember the pool noodle incident.
Oh my God, the pool noodle. Which
was called in multiple times.
But let's not.
By the way,
what was the reason for the pool noodle?
It came off the roof of Hotel X.
No, it didn't.
Oh no, it didn't. It came off of a Marshal.
It came off the Marshal stand, fucking cutout, because they put them in the wrong place, and had to make
Correct.
quick ones and did pool noodles so people didn't cut themselves.
Oh no, they do the pool noodles every year.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they did.
No, that was a new thing last year. Pool noodles. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked.
Really?
We're giving shit to race control.
Yeah,
So,
they absolutely immediately with the Rossi thing should have thrown
so for anyone
the
that didn't see
caution.
it, somehow online race fans did not see this. Rossi grinded to a stop right in front of the flag stand.
Mm-hmm.
Car dead. No power.
Car was dead. No power. Right before the front straight, right?
On the front straight, like
on
right
the front
on
straight,
the line.
yeah.
Literally
where cars go,
like in front of the flag stand, they can see him. They have visual
literally,
of him.
and it's like it's a part of the track where it's like what 170 kilometers an hour.
It's the fastest part of the track in general.
Yeah, fastest part. Cars often go 3 or 4 like wide
in shadows.
It is in shadow. Like it's an insanely dangerous part of the track to just be stranded on. And the fact that they were just like, well, he's not in the racing line, we can just leave him there. And I'm like, are you insane?
My question is, okay, they were covering it under a local yellow. When were you going to throw the full course yellow? We know when. Their plan was to allow everyone to pit.
Which is crazy. Like, what are we doing?
Yes. Like, I understand if someone's off in a gravel somewhere, can't fire the car, or kind of beached, sure, let everyone pit before you do that. But you have a dead car in a live racetrack.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, like, I find it's like, oh, well, like, we can't affect the pit windows. It's like, I'm sorry. Since when was racing, like,
Fair?
determined based on the pit window?
Yeah, like, by trying to be impartial, you are actually being the most far from impartial you can. You're basically giving advantage to the teams that stay out.
Yeah,
and
I liked Louis Foster's comments.
Oh, what did he say?
Hold on, let me see if I can actually find the exact quote because I thought it was fantastic.
You find that. I'll talk more about the actual incident. So, Rossi is waving up at the flag stand, trying to be like, "Yo, I'm out." He has his steering wheel off. I'm pretty sure he's unbuckled also at this point.
Oh boy.
And like he's like the second the driver is turning to the flag stand and you can see his shoulders and he's wondering why the hell this isn't a full course yellow. You should throw the full course yellow because the driver's unbuckled.
Agreed.
Which is basically the exact same of driver being on the racetrack on foot. So
you know what? I think I know where it is now.
Okay. So then Rossi then finally jumps out of his car and just says, "Fuck it." Incredible, to be honest. Rossi's "I don't give a fuck" attitude is probably one of my favorite things about him.
Yeah.
He knows when to use it. 1 second, sorry. And then he crosses. He finally hops out. The second he hops out, they have to go full course yellow because fucking boots on the ground.
Yep.
So, and then he runs across pit lane after a car is like in the pit lane already. So.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
Anyway. So Louis Foster, this is what the headline is on motorsport.com. It says Louis Foster, throwing a yellow doesn't kill the race. NASCAR does it for fun.
Yeah.
Which is so true.
But not only that, so Indycar is doing everything it can to not throw a yellow.
Yeah, so
NASCAR used to find any fucking excuse to throw a yellow. It was, oh, wait, there's a plastic bag up there. Debris caution. Let's go.
Yeah, and I think he basically said, like, he thinks that the full course yellow enhances the race, like, which is true. Like, I do think that it enhances racing because at the same time, like, when you, like, you can't predict these things happening, right? Like, you can't predict a red flag. You can't predict a full course yellow. So you have to prepare for things to go sideways. And that's just the nature of racing. It's also part of the fun.
It's
like, you have to change your strategy.
The natural luck of the draw of racing happens in every fucking series. From
exactly.
the lowest all the way to the top.
Exactly. And the fact that, like, if IndyCar is just going to say, like, well, we'll, like, still kind of wait for the race to kind of continue on, and we'll stop it at a point where it's not going to like affect how the racing is happening. I'm like, that's not the point of a full course yellow. The point of a full course yellow is if something is unsafe, it's unsafe to everybody, right? Like
Yes.
it's unsafe to Rossi, it's unsafe to all of the other drivers on the track, it's unsafe to the corner marshals and like who are in that area. Like it's unsafe for everybody involved.
So, as someone who has worked IndyCar events, has heard IndyCar race control, who is a marshal and waves flags, what do you think that conversation went from the flag stand to race control? And how long it took to actually make a decision on that?
It would depend on the call, because sometimes, like, the thing is though is that IndyCar has cameras everywhere, so they would have been
They're aware of it.
They're aware of like the situation as a whole. Now,
But even the point of him, when he has his wheel undone, like I can understand local yellow, maybe he can refire the car. But car is dead, not happening.
Yes.
Like at minimum, that should have taken, I would say 20, 30 seconds before throwing
30 seconds.
the yellow. Not over a minute.
As soon as it was clear that the car was not going to restart, full course yellow should have been deployed. Like as soon as it was very clear, which means if it's not running within like maybe 10 seconds after it stops, you should be throwing the full course yellow at that point.
Yeah.
Especially at that point in the track where it's the fastest, where cars could go 3 or 4 wide. And I think part of the decision is that they thought that he had a lot of room because he was pulled off to the side. But where you are on the track and the speed alone, it shouldn't have mattered how much space there was. And okay, it's covered by a local yellow, sure, but it's not like the station before threw a yellow. The station after did, but the station before didn't, to warn drivers that there was something coming.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a mess.
You can see like the onboards of guys flying by at that speed. Like they were still racing by this car.
It's just a mess. It was a mess.
It was one of the most boneheaded decisions I think a race control has done in a long time.
Agreed. It should not have taken over a minute.
Thankfully,
so dangerous.
Today, IndyCar actually put a statement out saying, okay, yeah, we've reviewed our race control procedures and we're going to stop what the fuck we're doing.
Yep. And they are no longer going to do that. They will just throw the yellow when they should.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest, like the fact that that's even like they're saying it was some sort of race procedure or like protocol for them to do that, I'm like, that right there is your problem. Like it shouldn't have been like a full course yellow should never be determined by the pit window. It should always be determined by how dangerous the situation is.
Precisely.
And the risk, right? Like what? It's never like your pit window doesn't matter at that point when people's lives are on the line.
Yes, like can you imagine if someone actually hit Rossi and he got seriously hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, like IndyCar, what the fuck are you doing? The sport.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Like how many times do we talk about these things of like dumb shit ideas and dumbass decision making or lack of decision making that these series just luckily get away with.
Mm-hmm. I feel like so often
that doesn't happen. Like people, like literally. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
It's typical. Just... It's typical survivor bias bullshit. It's like, he's fine.
Yeah, like everything is fine.
Yeah, I think this Rod situation is a fantastic. What the fuck, IndyCar? Everyone has been on them. I don't think there's anyone trying to defend them. Like, no. Yeah, you could give some maybe devil's advocate for like the first part of it not being thrown right away. But the second you knew that car wasn't moving, you should have thrown a yellow.
Agreed.
To clarify, throw a full course yellow.
Full course yellow. Yeah.
Also, I think
not a local yellow.
My favorite Rossi quote of all of this was, "I thought about throwing my steering wheel for a debris caution, but I knew they wouldn't call that either." Which is fucking awesome.
That's hilarious. But that's a real commentary on IndyCar race control right there.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
what am I?
at least they're making a change. They
Yes.
saw that they had the feedback from the fans and the drivers and the teams and basically everyone of going, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like what in the world was that? So I'm glad that they made the change. And hopefully in the future we'll avoid situations like that. But oh my goodness, that might be the like turkey of the year moment in motorsports.
It's only May. It'll get worse.
You're right. There will be something worse. I say this now. There will be something worse.
Exactly. And then to round off the absolute fantastic week IndyCar has had, they came out yesterday with changes to Indy 500 qualifying. Did you see this at all?
I did not. So I am hearing this fresh.
Okay. So
you'll get my full reaction to how stupid this is.
That's fair. So in the past, you had like the field set from, it was like 30? Yeah, 30 to, I think it was 13, was set on the Saturday. Right? Then Sunday, you would have had like, you had your fast 12 down to your like fast 6, and then you had your last lap shootout. Right?
Right.
Yeah, the cat's yelling at me. So now what they're doing, he's crying, so I gotta pick him up. Now what IndyCar is doing is they are on Saturday setting positions, I think it's 33 to 15 or to 16. So only half the field gets set on Saturday. Then you have from positions 15 to 10 a last chance to make the top 12. So you have a shootout of 6 cars. The top 3 make it on to the top 12. And then from the top 12, then they do qualifying to get down to a fast 6 and then do a final shootout for the fast 6.
This sounds so stupid.
Yes.
Why are we changing the Indy 500 qualifying?
Because
why are we changing it?
No. Here is why, and this is why it's the stupidest thing ever. Okay. So you're changing qualifying because you already have the TV time allocated for IndyCar qualifying.
Right.
Because you don't have bump day, you don't have your last row shootout thing to put in on the Sunday.
Right. I forgot that they don't have bump day because there's less cars this year.
So
like they just had them 33 or whatever.
Yeah. So if this was that important to your entire TV scheduling, why can Fox, as a 1/3 owner of the series, not put a car into the series or into the race?
Yeah.
Give us a 34th car. Instead, you're essentially qualifying half the field on the Saturday, the other half on the Sunday, forcing teams to drive, I think, 3 total attempts. Because you have to drive at least once on the Saturday to get into the top 9. Then you'll have to drive again to get into the top 6, and then again to get pole. So you're going to have to make 3 qualifying attempts just to get on pole.
Oh my gosh.
And yet, all these manufacturers complain there's not enough parts and they're overburdened supplying all these teams, yada, yada. Let's make them run as much as we can. It just
seems so stupid.
Like, here's the thing. Push to pass was broken. Okay?
Yeah.
That needed to be fixed. You fix that with a sort of rule change, but not really. Your race control, broken. System broken. Your decision making broken. Yeah. You fix that after this outcry. Qualifying was not broken.
No.
Qualifying very much worked. IndyCar, you had Indy 500 qualifying right. Why are you fixing it? Like, only fix what's broken.
IndyCar. Do you remember when we were like talking about how IndyCar was like, you know what? Actually, they're doing so well. They're putting a lot of money into the series,
It's 2
and
steps forward, 1 step back.
I know it's always no. I think it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It seems because last weekend was a big like they laid an egg.
Yeah, but the race was fucking great though. Like, we haven't even talked
True.
about the actual race. Like, the race was fantastic. What was it? Kirkwood, Malukas battling at the end. Him going around the outside of, what was it, 4 or whatever. Phenomenal race. The race was actually so exciting because you threw a fucking caution. It's true. It's why if you were to allow Palou to get that free pit stop and just go ahead and not, but no, you threw a caution because you had to. Thank you, Rossi. So it was a great race. The product's great. Yeah. The personalities are great. It's just like the off-track decision-making is terrible. And let's not even start last week. I forgot about this other one. Could also be the black flag of the week. Their stupid Freedom 250 shirt they put out.
Oh,
that they quickly deleted because it was an AI slop fucking
Nazi slogan?
Well, that, but even the driver sitting in the Lincoln chair had 3 legs.
Oh my gosh. Like, what are we doing? Like, do you run this past anybody before you post it to social media? Definitely not. I mean, we all have opinions about the Freedom 250 and how stupid it is, but wow. The lack, like the utter lack of just like checking your work, right? And this is also my thing as somebody who like works in like AI and guidance around how to use it properly and effectively. It drives me nuts. The fact that people don't check the outputs before they use it and then just like fully trust whatever crap it spits out. Anyway, this is my professional endeavor. Anyway, check your work, people, but that's awful. I'm glad that they removed it, but my goodness, maybe let's just like not make a merch shirt for this event, this dumb event that, you know, a dictator decided he wanted for whatever reason.
Yeah. Just a reminder, the current head of IndyCar is 89 years old. And the current chairman of Fox is 95 years old. So maybe we shouldn't also be letting old people run these things into the ground.
Correct.
Just an idea.
Maybe there's actually a time where like people are too old to do the job and you should get rid of them.
Sometimes nature just doesn't work fast enough. Sometimes the board just has to, make better decisions for your companies.
I know, like that's the other thing. It's like there's a board that can determine whether or not someone's done. And it's the fact that they're like sitting there like it's still fine. It's not fine. It's very much not fine. Are you all just old and getting paid off to vote for these people? Probably.
So again, to the point being, the things that work in IndyCar, you don't need to fix. The things that don't work in IndyCar, which might be even some decision making behind the scenes at this point, maybe you should fix.
Correct.
Because
agreed.
If you're on this train of trying to fix things in IndyCar that do or do not need to be fixing, I would suggest a mirror.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from that, want to give some flags of the week?
Yeah, I was gonna mention like NASCAR at Watkins Glen, unsurprising SVG win. There's really nothing else I think that we need to mention there.
I mean, I can talk about Fox's terrible broadcast where they didn't even show like one spin or anything that happened during the race or incident. There was like 3 crashes and spins and stuff that they just never showed. It was terrible. But yeah, SVG won. Of course.
Yeah. Of course. No surprise.
He is the GOAT NASCAR road course guy. He is.
Yes, he is.
It's impressive.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do some flags of the week. I mean, both of us gave our black flag to IndyCar race control. Do you have a yellow flag for the week?
No, not really. I couldn't really think of one.
Okay. That's fair. My yellow flag for this week goes to the NASCAR Canada Series because from what I've been hearing,
Ooh.
the chatter is amongst the marshals because like also NASCAR Canada Series feature is one of the is the feature race for this weekend at the Victoria Day Sprints or the
At
Speed
CTMP?
Fest, whatever they call it, at CTMP, where we will be this weekend. Yay, CTMP!
Rock the hat.
Yes. So from what I understand, there were some tire changes that happened in the off season, and the performance is questionable at best. Apparently, we might get like maybe 20 laps out of them. So the yellow flag is for
are they
possible
softer?
and pending chaos.
Sorry? Are they softer?
I don't know.
So I remember last year they were like, I want to say like a tenth or two away from the track record. So they may have gone softer trying to break the track record. But they don't last.
Yeah.
I think as a fan, that is very entertaining for CTMP because the races there can kind of be strung out.
True.
And tire strategy actually does matter there.
Fair enough. We will see. We will see. But the yellow is for impending chaos, possibly. We'll see how it goes.
That's fair. And I mean, like, if it is NASCAR, it's not a yellow flag, though, but technically it's a blue flag. So.
That's true. I should have changed it.
You should have.
Everything's a freaking blue flag.
So for anyone that doesn't know,
you know what?
For NASCAR, when it comes to marshalling, there is no such thing as a yellow flag. If there is anything off the track, you just wave a blue flag. NASCAR only does single wave yellow for full course yellow. And
correct.
Anything local is just a blue flag.
So stupid.
Or just anything.
And like we're talking wall to wall. Everything is a blue flag.
Car off the track,
it's just
blue flag. Debris, blue flag.
Blue flag. Blue flag. Everything is blue flag. Blue flag. Blue flag. Blue flag. Anyway, I absolutely hate that. I hate that rule.
That's fair. My green flag of the week is going to Mayor Denarin and Matt Clark, two Canadians driving in the USF 2000 Pro Series that in one of the races had a nice double Canadian podium.
Yay!
Always good to see. Shout out the Canadians for our country people.
Love that.
Yeah, exactly. Matt got a second and Mayor got a third on the first IMS race, which was
nice.
A pretty fun like mixed condition race. So, and Jacob Douglas won that one, and he's a Kiwi, so
I love that.
For that one.
Yeah, I mean my green flag, which kind of like I feel like kind of wraps things up. Our track season begins this weekend.
It does, and I am.
It officially begins. I know, me too. I'm excited to be back. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's nice. It's nice to like breathe in the rubber and the oil, and the gas.
Honestly, it is. It's nice to have that feeling of your intestines vibrating from the cars going by really close. You know?
Yeah.
You just can't explain to people who don't understand the feeling of cars going by fast and how great it feels on your organs moving and vibrating. It's weird. It is, but it's great.
It is weird, but it's great. It's good to be back to our hobby.
It is. So that's it's gonna be fun this weekend. We have like you said, NASCAR Canada Series is the headline. You have it's Radical Cup, it's USF Juniors, Formula 1600, and then two crappy Canadian series, which is the
Canada, Super Productions,
Super Production, and Challenge Canada, Canada Challenge.
Canada Challenge, Challenge Canada. Something I think it's like maybe Challenge. I don't know, but whatever
Challenge
it is.
Canada sounds more French, so I think it's that one.
Challenge Canada.
Anyway, it's a whole lot of things we get to see this week. We get NASCARs. I guess you would count Radicals as a prototype.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
Sports cars and open wheel. So we get kind of all sorts of things this weekend.
It's always a good mix.
It is. So, looking forward to that.
Me too.
Anyway, one last thing I think of news of the week this week is Aston Martin may have gotten some help on its engine.
Maybe. Apparently it's looking more positive. Who knows? Like, we'll see, I guess, next weekend.
They did a vote of basically upping if like all the teams agreed that if a team is however far behind, they get actually even more time than previously allowed. And the measurement of how far these cars are behind is not going to be done until after Canada. Originally, it was supposed to be
interesting
after the 6th race, but now it's moved to the 5th because we lost 2, and to push it even further into the season after Canada, it was just going to be too long. So they moved up to 5 races of like a sample size, Canada being the last one. Then they're going to have a vote and basically see who needs the help.
Yeah.
So
Aston Martin. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, and how they perform in Canada. But
I like
apparently
how Honda wants to get the help, or people think Honda needs the help. But what about Cadillac? Or is Cadillac just assumed it would get the help as well?
Maybe. Possibly.
The Honda one, I feel like people are a little less like. They don't really care as much because it's Honda. Once they figure their shit out, it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Once, Honda and Adrian Newey figure their shit out, good things seem to happen. But
yeah,
when it's Cadillac who needs the help, they'll probably be like, it's a new team. They don't know what they're doing. Sure, give them all the help they need. So
yeah.
God, this cat is needy today. Can I black flag you?
Tooth.
He's real pain today. But yeah, anything else to talk about for this week?
No.
Do you have all your gear set for this weekend?
Yes, most of it's already there. I sent up a big bag last weekend with Peter. So I have my outfit that I'm bringing for my stay at Casa Chavarella.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm ready to go. I just have to remember to bring my trailer key.
Yeah, don't forget that part, or else you're not staying there Friday night.
What do you mean? No, Peter's coming up Friday night.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. Oh, yeah, so you just need to get your bucket in the trailer, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Correct.
Yeah. Well,
fun times.
It should be a good weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
Anyway, until next week, where we will be able to talk all about our weekend. Indy 500 practices going on, so we'll be able to talk about that. So yeah, and I think is NASCAR Dover this weekend, I think also. So
yeah, the All-Star race.
Yeah. So I'm going to get out of here because my cat keeps headbutting my screen. So we'll be back next week. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you for listening to Marshal Matters. If you enjoyed the show, remember to leave a rating and a comment, and also follow so you don't miss an episode. And don't forget, if you want to get involved in motorsports, the easiest way to do so is by marshalling at your local track. Join our cult.